Good morning, Denver Wellness Collective, yogis. I'm Alicia. I'm excited to guide you through our 9 a.m. yoga flow here in Denver, Colorado. So for today's class, you may want a block or two, and pretty much that's it. So we'll give ourselves a couple moments for everyone to get settled on our mat. We'll start with a few moments of meditation, and then for today, we'll do about a 45-minute flow. And afterwards, if you would like to stay and hang on for a closing meditation, we'll enjoy an opening short meditation and then a closing longer meditation. Good morning, welcome. I see Jackie. Hello. So again, a block if you'd like one for your practice today, and we'll open and close with meditation. At the end of class, again, I'll give you that little check-in point where if you're ready to move about your day, you can go ahead, and if you want to stay and indulge in some meditation, then we'll hang out together a little longer. Let's get started on our mats in a seated pose. And as a reminder, I'm always moving about my cabin here, my yoga studio. So as you are settling onto your mat, remember that you're listening to what I'm saying and offering in vocal cues more so than what I'm physically doing with my body, unless I cue you to observe what I am doing. So go ahead and take that seat on your mat, close your eyes, and start to tune into your breath. Big inhales and exhales. Two more like that. Inhale deep. Exhale complete. One more, filling up with everything that you need. And letting go, an invitation to let go of something that doesn't serve. You don't have to define it. You're just giving yourself permission to let something go. And then keep your eyes closed here for a few more moments and adjust and attune your breath. Sitting the spine nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down away from your ears. Punctuate the lifting of your heart at your sternum. The slight engagement of your core, navel to spine. Sit bones down, so just really feeling yourself root into your seat. I'd like to start our practice today with this quote that I found very inspiring. The moment one gives close attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world all in itself. Henry Miller. So I'm going to say it one more time. The moment one gives close attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world all in itself. And I love that inspiration today for our practice, to give it close attention, and it becomes this whole other world, this whole other universe that you get to be a part of, which is really you holding space for yourself. Take a few more breaths. If you're already feeling an intention call to you, welcome it. And from our seat, let's begin with some gentle movements to ready us for our flow. So open the eyes, big inhale, big open mouth, exhale. Stretch your legs out in front of you, Dandasana. Inhale, reach arms, and then just a simple, gentle forward fold as you exhale. Shoulders back. It's okay if your hands are on either side of your legs. And then just melting your chest towards thighs, forehead towards your shins. Breathe in. A little bit deeper on the stretch, breathe out. And let's flow that 2 times, move it with breath. Inhale, reach up, head over heart, palms touch, and then exhale, hinge at your hips, bow, reach for the toes. Take a breath in here, activate your stretch. Soften in the glutes and the hamstrings, exhale, melt. One more time, inhale, reach up, rise, grow taller. Exhale, gentle fold. Breathe in, lengthen some space in the back of the neck. Soften your forehead as you melt heart. Rise back up with head over your heart, shoulders over your hips. Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, palms outside your shins. Little cat-cow movements here as we tuck and curl. Just rolling through the spine, the pelvic bowl, the spine, the chest, shoulders, the neck. So a little tuck and a curl. And you can use the pressure of your hands against your shins to pull yourself up. And then you soften that pressure as you drop back. Couple breaths. Come to a seat. You can keep your Baddha Konasana stance or cross leg. Fingertips tap your shoulders, elbows out to the sides, and little twist side to side. So this is one of my favorite kriyas, just a nice way to get the center open and going. Sometimes you'll feel a little adjustment of the spine. Last 3, 2, and 1. So good. Extend your arms out in front of you, turn your palms down, slide your shoulders back so that you're feeling that sense of sitting tall, and you can cross your legs or Baddha Konasana feet. Take a breath in, and then we start to pump the arms up and down. So you're wrapping muscle and bone taut in the upper body. This is a great way to clear negative energy and create positivity, opening up heart space. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Come to a comfortable seat. Now cross the legs, Sukhasana. Palms rest on your thighs, and we'll find some movement through the neck and shoulders. So lower your chin to chest, right ear over to right shoulder, head tilts back a little bit, crossing over to the other side. So we'll do 2 slow, full 360 circles where you reach the head back, around, and down, and then change the direction opposite. Close the eyes, soften your jaw. Notice where you might be stowing some tension. So just identifying it first so that we tune in and give the body permission to release, to heal. Or maybe to no longer store energy or stress there. Bring your head over your heart. Good. And let's take a moment in child's pose now. A great place to come back into your breath and into your intention. If you've set one or haven't yet, go ahead and dive into your child's pose. Find Ujjayi breath as you seal your lips. You're breathing in through your nose and right back out through your nose. You're going to feel a gentle constriction in the back of your throat so that you can feel this breath massaging its way through the back of your throat into and out of your body. Creates focus and discipline, but it also humidifies your body. You can slowly massage forehead across your mat, or bend the elbows and bring hands behind the nape of your neck. This gives you a little bit more upper body stretch. And then release. Walk hands towards you. We'll thread the needle here in our child's pose. If this is too much for your knees, maybe you have circulation issues, you can always come up with your hips off your heels. Otherwise, just bring the left arm up, inhale, and exhale, cross, threading the needle. You can use a block for the side of your head. And then opposite palm facing up, rest at your low back. 3 dynamic breaths so that you really feel the stretch in your shoulder. Maybe you're releasing around the trapezius. And always soften the jaw. And then we'll release and change sides. Inhale, lift, stretch. Exhale, thread your needle. Palm faces up, head relaxes to your block, your pillow, the earth. Opposite palm rests at your low back. Close your eyes, breathe. And release. Block to your side. And then lift hips off heels, walk your knees in. Take tabletop pose and a couple cat-cows here. Finding some movement and breath, synchronizing. And that is Vinyasa, placing the breath in a very special way with our movement. And today really is all about flow. So listening to my cues, if there's any variations, modifications you need to take, you want to press pause, come back in when you're ready, that's okay. All right, let's dig toes into the mat and lift your knees an inch or two from the mat. Bend the elbows, drawing your forearms a little closer to the earth. Just feeling this in the upper body. Strong in the core as you tuck your tail. And then push into downward facing dog. So go ahead and walk hands and feet out a little bit. We're going to come back to that in just a moment. Stretch into your Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then let's try that again. So bend the knees and probably about an inch or two away from the mat. And then bend the elbows a little bit more. Now tuck your tail so you're feeling this activate your core. So strong here. Breathe for 3, 2. Lift hips up and back, downward dog. Relax your head and your neck. Breathe in. Breathe out. Roll forward, high plank. Inhale. You dip your hips. Pull the chest through, exhale. Use the core. Inhale, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. We're gonna do that whole thing 2 more times. So you lift the heels, bend the knees, an inch or 2 from the mat. Bend your elbows, hug eyes of elbows in. Tuck your tailbone, pull navel up and in, strong through the core. 3, keep breathing, 2, and 1. Back to down dog, exhale. Roll forward, plank pose, inhale. Dip the hips, pull the chest through, exhale. Shh. Use the core, lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog, 1 more time. Lift the heels, bend the knees, claw the mat with your fingertip pads. Tuck your tailbone, scoop out, hollow out center. Bend the elbows, get closer to the earth, almost touching knees and elbows. 3, 2, 1. Downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to your plank. Dip the hips, pull the heart through. Downward facing dog. Good. So I want you to know why we did that. Take a moment to settle into down dog. It's all about core awareness so that we can find freedom to flow. So we'll feel that again and then you'll know what we're doing with it. Take a moment to bend the knees. All right, now bend the elbows. Pull the navel up and in by tucking the tail. Take a breath in. Let breath go. Now, lift your right heel an inch or 2 from the mat. Step forward. Now feel how that used your core a lot more to step forward. Take a moment and bring your back knee down. We're just going to stretch out here, get a little bit of psoas release here. Fingertips can be down. If it feels okay to move into full crescent moon, you can reach your fingertips high or bring hands to low back. And take a moment here to breathe. Good. If you're in crescent moon, start to bring your hands back to the mat. Now use your core. We move into a 3-leg downward facing dog. Extend your heel, bend your knee, open up your hip here. Take a moment. You can make big circles with your hip, your knee, or your ankle. Relax head and neck. And then 1 time, knee to nose, tuck and curl. Shh. Extend back, high plank, breath in. Back to downward facing dog. Let's get the other side. So we bend the knees, tuck tailbone, bend the elbows. Feel the strength in your core. Now we step left foot forward, back knee down, psoas stretch. So hopefully you're connecting to that feeling of your core guiding the movement. Everything comes from our center. Over time, when you're building more bandha energy, core energy, when you're stepping forward or back, you're very light to the touch. There's little to no sound or pressure because your core is helping you to levitate the movement. Keep breathing into your psoas release. Palms to the mat. Tuck back toes, 3-leg dog. Extend your heel, bend your knee, open up your hip, let your head hang. Pull chest towards your thigh and then find your movement, whatever feels good to you on this side. Stabilizing in the core. 1 time lift and then knee to nose, tuck and curl, pull everything forward. Back to your plank pose, breath in. Let's lower down knees, chest, and then hips. Cobra pose, untuck the toes, tops of the feet down, let a big exhale out. Shh. Inhale, pull the heart away from the earth. Little to no weight in the palms at first, so just to adjust, pull the elbows back, shoulder heads back, gazes down. You're still hovering here and breathing. If it feels okay, you can kind of take this into a variation of Upward facing dog, palms down, and you lift. Try not to pinch the low back. If you're feeling that, take your feet wider apart or come out of the bend a little bit. Shoulders back, heart forward, top of head to sky. Exhale, release. Push back, child's pose, toes touch, knees wide. Feel the difference already from your first child's pose to this one. This is that focus on that blade of grass and how everything around it starts to become magnificent. It's its own little world. You're in your own little world here. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift up, tabletop, downward facing dog, and let's build flow from here. All this energy that we just unlocked. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Right leg up and back on your inhale. Nice, easy, low lunge. Use your core, heel and toes land, exhale. Good. Bring your back knee down, full crescent moon now. Reaching up, and then hands come down to your hips. Take a moment here, pulse up and down a few times. And then let's bring fingertips to reach and stretch. Ardha Hanumanasana, straighten front leg, hip back to heel. I always feel this extra in the morning, right? The body feels a little more tight. So a couple pulses forward and back. And then left palm will be down on the mat. Inhale, right arm up for a twist. Feel the IT band stretch in the outer leg. Push into your rooted fingertips, reach. Now fold deeper over your front leg as you come down. Exhale, inhale, reach up, twist. Exhale, fold. One more time, inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Let's crawl forward, low lunge, and then adjust for a pyramid stretch. So lift your back knee, shorten your stance. Both heels to the mat here as you rock forward and back a few times from toes to heels, heels to toes. Hook your right thumb to your right hip crease. Pull the hip crease back. It's okay to bend the knee as much as needed or grab your block to help support the pose. Relax and fold over your front leg. Just breathe into the stretch. Let's take a halfway lift and then fold. 2 more times. Inhale, lift. Use the core. Exhale, fold. Shoulders off the ears. 1 more time. Inhale and fold. Adjust your stance. We're moving into warrior 1. Rise up. Virabhadrasana 1. Hands can come to the hips for a moment. So we have feet in their own lanes. Heels are down. And you're working to square the hips, closed hip postures, inner thighs spiraling in, tailbone drawing down. And then there's sometimes this weird energy that happens where we start to push the belly forward because we're so focused on what's happening back here, okay? So even weight distribution in your feet, pull navel back, draw tailbone down. Now we're using core to find the pose. Breathe in. Warrior 3 as we breathe out, coming to a capital T shape with your body. Step back a little bit. So glad we started off with a core warmer. So you can utilize that untapped strength right here. Pull navel up and in, a slight tugging of the tail, but more lengthening it back towards your lifted heel. Reach, biceps in line with ears. And then come to standing mountain pose. Toes touch. Breathe in, stretch. Maybe an exhale, back bend, or a lat pull. Inhale, reach up, mountain pose. Forward fold your way. Exhale, relax head and neck on the way down. Halfway lift, deep breath, a little tuck and curl as we exhale. Breathing in, back to forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, inhale. Step back, high plank into Chaturanga as you exhale. Upward dog, deep breath. Downward dog, we return. Take a moment here, full breath in, fuller breath out. Again, inhale, soften the knees a little bit. Tuck your tailbone up to the ceiling, pull your chest back towards your thighs, and then again, soften the head. We have 1 more full breath. Push into the L shape of your palms. Spiral inner thighs back. Come back into your downward dog. And breathe in, extend left leg up and back. Exhale, heel to toes, low lunge. Back knee down, crescent moon. So fingertips at your hip creases or up to the ceiling. Breathe. And then come back and forward. So shoulders over hips here when we come back, and then sinking in. Good. Arms reach up, breath in. Ardha Hanumanasana, exhale, half splits. And then again, we're pulsing forward and back a few times. This time, right fingertips down. Inhale, left arm up for our twist. Reach up, push away from the earth. And then exhale, come forward, dip your hips down and back, stretch. And then we pulse that inhale, reach, twist. Exhale, down. One more time, inhale, reach. Exhale, down, crawl forward, low lunge, and then we adjust stance so we can get into a pyramid prep stretch. Both heels down, forward and back a few times, finding your bookends. Left thumb to left hip crease, pull the hip crease back, level low back, and then melt over your leg. Take a few breaths here. Might feel good to walk fingertips back rather than forward. A block is here to support you in your practice, not a sign of weakness, a sign of strength. Make it more accessible. Let's pulse halfway lift, breathe in. Bow as you exhale, soften forehead. Two more like that. Inhale, leading and lifting with the heart. Exhale, ha. Maybe soften out of the jaw a little bit. And down. Adjust stance, readying yourself for warrior one. Rise up. Good, so quick check-in on the rounding in the low back and the front line. So pulling navel back, tailbone drawing down, or activating back thigh a little bit more that way. Even weight distribution, front foot to back foot. Scissoring inner thighs, so lovely. Take the breath in, reach. Such a powerful pose here. Great way to start our day. Exhale, warrior three. Softly move with strength, with grace. Capital T shape with the body. So back thigh spirals up a little bit, pinky toe points down, heel lifts. Using that leverage to lengthen front line body. Back of the neck is soft, gaze is down. Breathe in. Let your exhale go. Rise up, standing mountain pose. Deep breath in. Exhale, back bend or lat pull. Reach up, rise. Inhale. Forward fold your way as you exhale. Halfway lift, gentle breath as you're lifting the back of your head. And one more time, a little tuck and curl here as we exhale. Breathe in. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa, step back through. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale. Back to dog as we exhale. Good, take one breath in here. Let breath go. So feeling your core, as you inhale, you lift your right leg up and back. Exhale is a low lunge. Right into warrior one, adjust back stance, inhale. Take a moment here, let yourself align and focus, let exhale go. On the inhale, straighten your front leg, reach up. Fold over your leg as you exhale, pyramid pose. Take a moment, halfway lift, breath in. Pivot to the side of your mat, Prasarita Padottanasana. We'll take a moment here to settle in, maybe a couple halfway lifts. And then let's Skandasana side to side a few times. So make this more about your legs. Let's get one more. Back to our Prasarita. Relax your head and your neck. We'll adjust to the back of the mat for warrior two. Slow rise, inhale. Settling in, exhale. Not here for too long. Breathe in, create space, lengthen side bodies. Exhale, extended side. Turn your heart up, breathe in. Stronger as you breathe out. Reverse, up and back. Stay here, sink into lunge, exhale. Take the breath with you, inhale here. Exhale, low lunge, pause. So coming up onto the ball of your back foot, so we're closing hips. You take a lunge twist, reach up. Move the arm around with you back to Prasarita as a transition. Slide across, surf across your mat. Come forward to a low lunge. So you're on the ball of your back foot. We come into crescent lunge. Anjaneyasana. First time here, take a moment, maybe find some movement. Breathing in, breathing out. Big inhale here, center in your core. Airplane Dakasana, exhale. We want to keep a slight bend in your standing leg. Breathe. Now start to bend your right leg even more. Low flyer airplane. Find the landing gear, feet together. Chair pose, Utkatasana, inhale. Airplane torso arms, exhale. We just flow this. Inhale, sit lower each time as you reach high. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, airplane torso. All the way up to mountain pose, right into a standing back bend on the inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Adding on here, halfway lift. Toe heel your feet out, toes out, heels in. We'll take a couple squats here. If you're ready for Malasana, you can come on in. You can also use your block. Take a seat on your block. Hands to heart, elbows to inner thighs. 3 breaths, that's it. Stabilize yourself. Let yourself drop into this magical moment. In its own little world is happening here. We'll miss it if we don't tune in. All right, yogis, when you're ready to release, start to lift yourself back up. Take a halfway lift. Vinyasa through to downward facing dog, however you'd like to get there. We'll open up the other side. Take a moment, breathe in. Back to Ujjayi breath through the nose, breathe out. Using your core, left leg you lift, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Adjusting your stance for warrior 1. Take a moment here, settling in, exhale. Straighten the front leg, reach, breath in. Fold over your leg, breath out. Relax head and neck on the way down. Halfway lift, breath in. Pivot side of your mat, Prasarita, pause. A moment to adjust your feet. Relax head and neck. Now walk your hands out in front of you, and I'm going to change my position on my mat so you can see this a little bit if you'd like. Walk your hands out in front of you, lean forward a little bit. Now keep your hands where they are, push into the floor, start to shift your hips and your booty back, kind of like you're in downward facing dog variation. So push into the floor. If you're not getting enough grip, push into your mat and then step your feet back so you can really feel this stretch. Take a few more moments to breathe. Come into a halfway lift in our Prasarita, breathing in, readying ourselves for the back of the mat, exhale, and then inhale, warrior 2. Settling in on the exhale, breathing in deep, breathe into the life of the pose. Exhale, extended side, Utthita Parsvakonasana. Take a breath in here, turn the heart up, engage core as you exhale, reverse up and back. Time to take some tension away from your face and your neck. Breathing in, breathing out. Gather your breath. We windmill down, pause. Pivot on the ball of your back foot, lunge, twist, inhale, reach up. Exhale, surf across your mat, sweep hands, low lunge. Getting ready for crescent on the other side, you rise up. So take a moment to adjust your stance if you need to. The back heel is lifted. Back knee can be bent a little bit or pulse here a few times. Keep breathing. Good. Strong in the core, pull navel back, breath in. Float, airplane pose, breath out. Shoulders away from the ears. A little up dog, slight up dog here in the chest. We're coming into that low flyer, so we want the left knee to bend, getting a little bit closer to the earth, And then we use that core. That's that same energy we felt in that downward dog variation at the beginning of class. Pulling the leg towards you. Heels down. Toes lift. Chair pose. Utkatasana. Inhale. Vertical twist to the right as we exhale. Chair pose. Inhale. Vertical left. Chair pose. Inhale. Airplane torso. Interlace your hands behind you. A little chest expansion here. And then into a forward fold. Keep the bind. Relax your head and your neck. Breath in. Exhale, breath out. Shh. Take a halfway lift, inhale. Fold Crow pose as we exhale, come on down. Don't even think about it. Roll right into your hands. Lift your heels. Gaze is 6 to 12 inches in front of you. Now activate your dynamic core. Feel the same thing that you felt at the beginning of practice. Lowering your knees, bending the elbows in your down dog. You're here for 3, 2, jump back or step back, vinyasa. Upward dog. Clear some space here. Downward facing dog. So good, yogis. Let's flow. Take a deep breath in. Take a moment here, subtle. Doing a little time check. We're good. Exhale. Right leg up and back. Use the core. Exhale, low lunge. Adjust stance. Warrior 1. Inhale, we rise. Take a moment to settle into it as you exhale. Straighten your front leg. Breathe in. Reach. Fold over your leg. Relax your head and your neck. Halfway lift. Breath in. Pivot Prasarita, side of the mat. Breathing in. Pivot all the way to the back. Breathing out. Inhale, open up, warrior 2. We're flowing right into exhale, extend. Reverse, up and back. Low lunge, pause. Add our twist, reach up. Up and around, circuit, low, front of the mat. Crescent lunge, rise on the ball of your back foot, breath in. Exhale, Dakasana, fly. Stay here. As you breathe in, you can bend the knee. Exhale, feet together. Inhale, chair pose, reach up. Exhale, airplane torso. Let's come all the way up to mountain pose. Inhale into our standing back bend. Exhale, use the core, forward fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift, breath in. Step back, high mid plank vinyasa through down dog. Right into the other side. Left leg up and back, inhale. Low lunge, exhale. Warrior 1, rise. Take a moment, feel the pose, let breath go. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Exhale, fold, relax head and neck. Halfway lift is the breath. Pivot to the side, Prasarita. Halfway lift, breathe in. To the back, adjust your lunge. Open up, rise, warrior 2. Exhale, flow, extended side. Reverse, up and back. Nice and easy, low lunge. Use the core, open up, lunge, twist. Around, surf low, low lunge, top of the mat. Rise up, crescent pose. Exhale, fly, airplane. Inhale, you soft bend the knee. Exhale, this is a 2-part. So we exhale to sit. We inhale to reach into chair. Exhale to the right, vertical twist. Inhale, center. To the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, airplane. Find the bind, take the breath in. Forward fold. Lift up, open the chest. Exhale, try it on, crow, Bakasana. Don't think about it, just flow. We're here to flow for 3, for 2. Back through, down dog. Inhale. Exhale. We have this, yogis. We're adding on to the flow. Right leg up and back. Inhale. Low lunge. Exhale. Stabilize. Warrior 1 will reground you here. Breathing into it. Exhale. Stability. Straighten your front leg. Inhale. We'll start to slow down the flow as we exhale. Pause here for a moment in your pyramid. Now you might want your block to the inside of your front foot as we add on an opportunity to twist a little bit. Okay, so take a moment here, maybe adjust stance. Right thumb to right hip crease. Palm can rest at low back. And then we have left fingertips on the block or the earth. Start here, and then maybe invite the arm up to the ceiling for a twist. If it feels okay, let the left hip start to spiral down a little bit. Push away from the earth, reach up, breathe. Release down. Pivot around. And pause here in our Prasarita. So a little opportunity for play time. We tried on feeling Skandasana. So if you want to explore a little bit more variation here. We also tried on the stretch where your palms are down and you're pushing your booty back. You can come into doing a couple push-ups here, or maybe it's an opportunity to go ahead and come on down to your head and find tripod. Wherever you are, release. Halfway lift to the back of the mat. Let's explore the flow. Moving with breath. Rise up, warrior two. Exhale, touch the earth as you move into extended. Get lower, deeper into it. Reverse up and back. Let something go around your neck and shoulders. Exhale down to the mat. So we have our lunge twist here. We pause. We wrap our peace fingers around the big toe. Or you can just come back into your variation of a side plank. Keep breathing for 3, 2. Release side plank or wild thing. Open yourself up. So good. Now we reverse back into our lunge twist. Bring the foot forward again. Swoop around, low, surf, front of the mat. Rise up. Here we go. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Lean forward, deep breath. Exhale, we revolve. Okay. So as we're moving into revolve crescent lunge, we'll play a little bit with some variations here. Stay here, open up. You can work into a deeper twist. You can also step back foot forward to meet the front, coming into a prayer twist. And from here, we can work into side crow. Palms down, chaturanga upper body, working to stack your legs on top of your tricep. Wherever we are, we're there with breath. We're exploring lots of different variations here on this side. So crescent, prayer twist, side crow, maybe a half or full bind. We're here for 2 more breaths. Just be in it. Be all in this moment. This is your blade of grass. We'll release to runner's lunge. Toe heel your foot out. There you are. Take a few moments to breathe. Drop back knee down if that feels good. I like heel of hand to the inside of the thigh and resisting thigh and hand to one another. And we start to release. Step back, high plank. Your choice to take your vinyasa back to downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Big exhale, ha. Ujjayi breath, inhale through the nose. Through your nose, settle as you exhale. One more like that. Focus your breath, focus your intention. Let's flow the other side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Exhale, low lunge. Warrior one, we rise. Take a moment, stability with your breath as you exhale. Straighten front leg, breath in. Exhale, release pyramid, and we pause. So if you'd like to find your block on this side, block to the inside of your front foot. Left thumb to left hip crease, pull the hip back a little bit, and then plant or place your palm at your low back. Okay? So starting to feel the structure of which you're building your twist from. Okay? From here, you push down into your rooted palm, and then roll the left shoulder back. Maybe reach the arm up. Check in and see if you can let this right hip drop down just a little bit. You're continuing to scissor inner thigh, so you might need to feel the left hip pull back a little bit, right hip forward, and reach up, grounding down to this fingertip. We felt this before at the beginning of class. We're just building from it. Keep pressing your back heel down. Exhale, we release the twist. We pivot around to Prasarita. Second opportunity to play, to get upside down, to explore, or maybe just enjoy a good hamstring release. I'm going to offer you hands to rest at the back of the head and take a nice sway. Let's come back to our flow. Center Prasarita with a halfway lift. Inhale. Adjust to the back of the mat as you exhale. That inhale brings you back into life, warrior two. Exhale, extended side. Get closer to the earth. Reverse, up and back. Stay deep in your lunge. Exhale, pause, low lunge. So maybe wrap peace fingers around big toe or taking your side plank variation. From here, exploring some variations into wild thing. Breathing, breathing, breathing. Come back through, plant your left foot back to the mat. We press through the slow surf to the front. Here we are, yogis. Crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale, hands at your heart. Hinge forward, deep breath. Revolving crescent lunge. Good. So not a time to drop out of the practice. This is the time to really be heightened and aware and focused. Just because we're already here on the other side, sometimes we disconnect. See what this side has to offer you. So you're exploring your variations of twist and crescent lunge, or stepping back foot forward to meet right per twist. Playing around with side crow. I like to drop hips down to lifted heels and think about chaturanga on the upper body. Now with arm balance inversions, there's so many different ways to get into them. There's no right or wrong. It really is just showing up and practicing and seeing what your path is. I like chaturanga upper body and using the hand, the arm against your leg as a stability. My back hip will not touch my back arm. Just stacking front leg to front arm and then play. Couple more breaths here. This is that blade of grass moment, right? I was thinking about meditation the other day when I stared at a blade of grass. Then suddenly I could see this whole world. Ants crawling around. I noticed new life coming up out of the earth. It was an incredible moment to realize that there's a bigger picture we don't always see. Let's release into a runner's lunge. So left foot forward, right foot back, come on down. Find your breath again. Return to your inward focus. That's why we come to our mat so often, I believe, is because there's a bigger picture happening. Sometimes we realize it, sometimes we don't fully realize it, but we do keep showing up because we know there is something. Brings us back to the seat of our soul. And a couple more moments to breathe here, yogis. When you're ready, step back through your vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Take a moment in your down dog. Shake your head yes and no a few times, tuning in. Let's come into a half pigeon. Bring your right leg up and back. I usually like to start with left leg, so if you're open to that, left leg up and back first. Exhale, knee to wrist, come down. All right. So I'll offer you a variation in your half pigeon today. If you'd like, grab your block. We want it at the lowest point. And this is kind of like threading your needle in your half pigeon. So I have this is my right knee, but we're pretending it's my left, so I'm on the same side as you, for those of you that took the left side first. You'll then start to extend and twist towards your knee. Reach your arm out, just like you did in child's pose, threading the needle. Rest your head onto the side of your block, or the top of your block, that is. Side of your head on the top of your block. And then your opposite hand will just wait at your low back. Breathe. I'm going to keep driving the front of the hip bone down towards the mat and push the back toes down against the floor. To release, start to come out of your threading the needle, lift up, exhale, change sides, tuck back toes, take any movement that feels good to you to open up all that new energy pathway. And we move to the right side, half pigeon, Ekapada, Rajakapatasana. Take a moment to settle in. And if this felt good, trying to twist on, gotta do it on the other side too. Balance out. So come down, extend your arm towards your bent knee, rest the side of your face to your block, opposite palm on top of low back, facing up, close eyes, breathe. Whatever intensity you might be meeting right now, meet it with an open heart, an open mind. Soften every part of your body to welcome and receive whatever struggle is coming up so that you can surrender to it. Whatever edge you're meeting right now, breathe into it. 2 more moments. Shh. Palm down, reach up, find your twist. Release. Shake out this other side. Our last downward facing dog. Come on in. Let's find that turbo feeling again. So lift the heels, bend the knees, bend your elbows. Tuck your tail, hike up everything into center, and then lower all the way to the mat. Take a moment and roll onto your back. If you have your block, we're gonna move into supported legs up the wall. You can always move literally up against the wall, otherwise slide block underneath your sacrum. Bring your knees to your chest at first, and then heels up towards the sky. Relax your arms beside you, palms face up. Take a moment here. Just feel this natural opposing force that starts to become present in your body as you're rinsing yourself. Or just slowing things down, readying ourselves for final resting pose. If you have a healthy neck and spine, and maybe you haven't been spending too much time at the computer, or maybe you have more so, I would say if you have any type of forward head syndrome, spend a lot of time looking at a screen, then this is right where you need to be, so you can back off of your neck and your shoulders for a minute. If Halasana plow or shoulder stand feels right for you, you can move there. Those of us in supported legs up wall, if this has your attention, stay here as long as you can. Otherwise, release your feet to the mat, slide the block out from underneath you, and full wind removing pose. Thighs to your belly, wrap your arms around your legs, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Arms beside your body, palms down, and we'll just take a couple twists side to side with your knees together and bent. You can even do this with a block between your thighs. And then invite everything into center, forehead towards your knees, squeeze into a tight little ball. Exhale everything out. Releasing into your final Shavasana. So take a moment to fully arrive and settle in. And as I mentioned at the beginning of class, I'll let you know when we're right at that point to release the practice. And if you'd like to stay and play a little bit more, we'll do a guided meditation here in a few moments. Yogis, at this time, if this is where you need to end your physical asana practice, just take a moment to honor the light, the love, and the teacher in ourselves and each other. A moment of gratitude as we close our practice with Namaste. If you'd like to stay in stillness, please enjoy, or come meet me in a comfortable seat and we'll enjoy a few more minutes of meditation. As you get comfortable closing your eyes and attune yourself to the sound of silence. So if you have music playing, press pause. And just take a moment to imagine that you are sitting somewhere outside where there is grass. And just start to feel the sensations on your body. Maybe even an aroma presents itself, the smell of fresh cut grass or spring beckoning to you. And the sounds of life around you, Mother Nature, people. And your breath. You are now a part of this experience. You are breathing it in, and it is breathing you. And allow yourself to be here still. We'll enrobe ourselves in a few moments of silence. Anytime you feel the distraction of the world pulling you out of this moment, let your breath bring you back in. I'll guide you out when it is time. The moment one gives attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world all in itself. Thank you to Henry Miller for the inspiration, and to Mother Nature as always. Thank you to you all for showing up to your mat, for continuing to dedicate and hold space for yourself. This is its own little world every time you show up to your practice. So continue to show up, continue to be open, explore, and I hope to see you on the mat very soon. Namaste.